At Houston Lock Fairy, locks are a lifestyle, not just a hairstyle. Hey guys, Houston Lock Fairy here with a tutorial just to show you guys how I do instant locks. Cultivating instant locks is very, very popular right now. There's so many benefits to doing instant locks and having instant locks. I'll list a few of those reasons for you throughout this video. But the process is basically as you're seeing right now. What I'm using is a 0.5 centimeter crochet needle to crochet the natural hair into the shape of a dreadlock. What I'm doing here is pulling the hairs from left side to the right, left side to the right. I'm going up and down with the crochet needle so that I can tuck in all of the hairs tightly. And with my other hand, I'm using my thumb and my forefinger to roll the lock around to get that cylinder type look. So one great thing about instant locks is that it's passing or skipping, might I say, about 6 months to possibly a year's worth of the process of locking your hair. It is instant, which means your hair will be permanently locked within the time that you're sitting in your loctician's chair to the time that you get up. And this time frame for me, for my clients, is between 6 to 8 hours. In 6 to 8 hours, I can give you instant locks. And what that means is you don't have to worry about any of your locks unraveling. You don't have to wait on them to start budding in order to do certain styles or to even go swimming or get your hair wet or wash your hair. So instant locks are great for people that need to wash their hair more frequently than others. It's also great if you work out, if you're a gym rat and you sweat a lot in your scalp, in your head, and you need to do a shampoo maybe once or twice a month, then instant locks would be great for you. And you won't have to worry about your starter locks unraveling. So, instant locks are very, very cool because this wasn't around many years ago, because it's something that was created within the last decade, I believe, and it's caught on. It's very popular. Crochet is a lifesaver, actually. So, learning how to crochet is a benefit to you, to your business. As someone with locks, I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for crochet. So I use crochet to do repairs, lock repairs, reattachments, also for lock extensions. The crochet method is used. There are a lot of locticians that are not aware of this technique and have not had proper training on this technique. So I'm saying that to say this can be a dangerous thing to do if you are not familiar or if you have not been properly trained to do so. What I'm showing right here is the way that I go in from the left and out through the right. I'm pulling the hairs out of the lock, and then I'm rolling the lock around and pulling the hairs back in to form that cylinder shaped type look of a lock. So both of my hands are working right now. It took lots of practice to get this method down. I was also trained by my mentor, who was my loctician, and it took a long time to get this down without hurting myself. I still hurt myself from time to time, but it happens less and less every time I do it. So, and when I say hurt myself, I mean you can poke yourself with that pointy needle. It's very, very sharp. You can jam it into your nail bed. As you see where my thumb is, it can go right in there. It can cause bleeding. It can be very painful. You can also scrape the bottom of your finger quite often. So that's why there are many products out there now with like thumb covers or like thimbles when you're sewing. They're like thumb protectors or finger protectors out there for this main reason. But I don't use any of those because none of those have really worked to my benefit. Um, and they just slide off, or I end up puncturing them and putting holes in them, and I have to throw them away. So I just don't use anything, and I just practice, practice, practice until that was no longer an issue. So there are different size crochet needles out there. You can use a zero point 0.5 centimeter or milliliter, centimeter, I'm sorry, and then you can use a 0.75 as well. There are different sizes that you can have. They work differently depending on the hair texture and curl pattern of your client. You can use a single prong, a double prong, or a triple prong. I use a triple prong more for lock extensions. As my client's hair here is not super thick, so a single prong did great. I did her entire installation with a single prong needle. It comes out, the end result looks as you have been growing your locks naturally for over a year, and your locks are still going to go through the budding process. They still will go through the frizziness and all of the beginning stages, but the one benefit is that you won't have to worry about them unraveling or coming loose. So it is very important to discuss with your client or with your loctician that you choose to go to for your instant locks on the size that you want and how you want them parted. That's another amazing benefit to getting instant locks, is that you can customize your locks to kind of give you that ideal look that you've been seeing and that you've been wanting. So you can choose the size. The lock to part ratio is very important, and it's based on the density of your natural hair. So her locks may look like they're big right now, but once I go through and I do the retwist, they're going to look completely different. The roots are a little puffy. That's because I'm leaving the new growth exposed. I don't go all the way to the scalp. I give about half of an inch away from the scalp so that I still have a little wiggle room when doing the retwist, so it can be nice and sleek, and you don't want this process to be painful. So the closer you go to the scalp, the more your client will feel that tension pulling and as you're crocheting. So you have to be very careful not to go all the way to the scalp. You do not need to crochet all the way to the scalp. Give about a half inch or even an inch if they have very long hair away from the scalp. It's not an uncomfortable process. It's not painful. It should not be painful at all. If you are sitting in someone's chair and you're getting instant locks or lock extensions, and it becomes painful and they don't do anything to change the pain level, then please ask them to stop and get up, because most likely they're causing breakage to your hair. They're pulling your hair out of your follicles, and it can be very damaging. Express how you feel. If you sit there and take the pain, they're only going to keep doing it to other people, and you can stop that by speaking out. Their technique may be off, so it's causing breakage. That's very important. So please speak out. That's why it's very important to have a consultation. You get to know who you're working with. You get to know who will be in your head. You'll get to know what kind of energy they have and if they're a good match for you. Locks are a lifestyle. You're going to get to know this person very, very well. If they seem like they're not someone that you can see yourself going to 5 years from now, you probably should keep looking. If the environment is not suiting for you, you should probably keep looking. You should feel absolutely comfortable and happy and excited every time you go get your locks done. It should be a relaxing experience, not a painful one. So as you see here, I'm going in and out, in and out, in and out, pulling the hairs out of the lock that I'm creating, but I'm twisting with my thumb and my forefinger, and getting those hairs tucked back in on the other side. You want to go all the way down. No soft spots, no weak spots that will cause inconsistencies in the way that your locks are growing. Feel the lock from root to end. If it's strong, if it's stiff, that's what we're looking for. If it's weak, if it's bendy, if it's very flexible in some areas, but not all areas, go back in and crochet some more. So you see, I'm pulling out the hair. I'm starting a 1/2 inch away, and then I'm pulling the hairs out, twisting, turning with my other hand, and crocheting as I go down. Please pay attention closely, you guys. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you are wondering anything about what I'm doing right here in this video, please leave a comment below. You can even email me or send me a message on social media. I'll be posting a little snippet of this video on my social media platforms, but this is the full-length video of how you cultivate instant locks. This is an amazing process. You have to be careful. I'd advise and recommend you get trained to do this by a professional, by a loctician in your area, or you can contact me. I do offer classes on how to do this technique. These are instant locks. This is after I've gone back through and done a retwist. I twist and palm roll using a locking gel. And then I'm going to show you the final result, you guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here it is. These are instant locks, and I believe it took us 6 hours. Took us about 6 hours to complete. Beautiful. I can't wait to see her for her first retwist, where I'll shampoo the locks, and I'll post a video to show you guys how it comes out. But you can instantly do any style that you want, or just wear them down. You don't have to worry about them unraveling. I hope this helped someone. I hope it helped you out, guys. Please leave me a comment, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.